So there's the second part of the video. We'll be demonstrating a simple example of WebSockets. Uh, so WebSockets are, if I say WebSockets are called also known as the full duplex system. So HTTP is actually a half duplex, so you can't. It is just a full duplex means the connection is both ways. I mean, you connect to the server can also give you some data. I mean, server can also build a connection from after you make a connection, the first connection. Okay, so there's the full duplex and so full duplex system. If I see the, yeah, so if you see the definition, a half duplex transmission could be considered one-way street between. Actually, I found a really good image which can actually demonstrate. There was an image. Mm, Let me just, yeah, this one. So this is the half duplex that is HTTP is following, and there's the full duplex. Though there's basically both ways, right? So we will look into the how to make a WebSocket. So first of all, there are some things that something that we have to know that express there are there are actually features that express that Node.js doesn't have but Express has, right? So you can't set up a WebSocket in the Express for now. You have to set up in the HTTP only, that is provided by the Node.js core modules. So what how we can actually set up that? So I will like just const of create server. That will be require HTTP and create server. I will just the typical how you actually create a server in the HTTP, right? So I also need um, I need Express as well, equal to require Express. I've installed the packages, so you can actually. Let me just pull out my package.json so that you can. It doesn't confuse you. Yeah. So there's my package. This is how I have downloaded the course, and though I won't use any course, and also I have installed the socket.io. It is a package. You just have to do npm i socket.io. That's it. So there's my front end. Let me just pull out. There's my front end, and there's my back end. Okay. So const app express now const socket. I need server equal to require socket. Okay. So now, yeah, this is I think the constructor. Yeah, there's the constructor, I guess. Yeah, there's a class. Yeah, there's a class. So we have to make a object instance of it. So what I will do is const, yeah, my app is done. So const main server to equal to create server, and then I'll just give it to app. So now what I'm doing is now my main server actually has the all the features that are inbuilt to the app, right? I mean, app is basically my Express, and I'm just because Express at the end of the day is it is Node.js. I mean, the typical HTTP only, right? So if you hover on the Express, I think this one not. So if you let me just see if I find the code. It actually builds on top of, okay, just let me just main server const. So now because main server is my if is the main server that I want. Now const io equal to new, because it is a ser server, and then I will just put the main server into it, and yeah, main server into it. It will throw me some error. We will we will just simply configure it to some other extent as well. Because my main server is the server actually has, so I will do a listen on it and 8080, and then give a call back to it. Mm, log it server start, right? So now my server is already set up. So what I have done is, because Node.js HTTP, the typical HTTP doesn't provides me the all the features like those routing, middlewares and all, right? So what I have just done is I just simply give give the my Express app to my HTTP server, and then I have listened on it, right? So now if I do and run dev, let's see if my server started or not. Yeah, server started, right? There's no error. Yeah, so server started, and now what I will do is, let's say, let's just create the backend for Flutter first of all, then we will look into. So, so if you have gone through the video of the events, node events, you would know that there are majorly two events that we usually use is on and the emit, right? So I will just use on here. So now IO has all the powers, right? Because it has the WebSocket as well as the main server, because we need the main server, because WebSocket won't be is not for the file transfer and so on, right? It won't transfer you very big data like maybe a whole JS file, whole HTML file, whole CSS file, or anything. So WebSocket is not for that, but WebSocket is for just the making the connection possible between the server and the client, right? So we have to use actually the Express for now as well. So we need the Express, but it's not like we can do everything with the WebSockets only. I mean, where WebSocket protocol only. So it actually provides us with connection, and it will take a call back and log user connected. Okay, user connected. So let's say if my user, okay, because I have not, yeah, got it. So now in the callback, I will just get the user information, because who the user is. Okay, so now I can do user dot on. These connect, disconnect, these are actually given by the socket.io only. If I pull out the documentation, you would see, yeah, this one. Okay, the connection is actually provided by the WebSocket documentation only. They have provided us with the connection, and you can actually hello from the server, yeah. So you can actually send that information, but we don't need any send. So on disconnected, it will give me a call back. Again, I will do log user disconnected, right? So yeah, I got the user, and yeah. So so for now, the user, I mean, so what it is saying is, let's say if someone connects to this, then this will get executed, and I will get the user that who has connected. Uh, I will get the the information about the user. If that user actually did disconnects, then it will just give you the disconnected message, right? That first of all it has disconnected, and then it has made the connection again. So yeah, I think the backend almost kind of ready. We will look into how we can do. One thing is I will create a because I will create a chat application because so user dot on I'll just create an event. So new message. Okay. Is my spelling? Wait, let me pull out. I forgot the spelling of the message. Yeah, it is AGE. Yeah, AGE. So on a new message, just what you will do is just give me the data. That's it. Just show me the data that has came from the backend. Data, yeah, because it is listening to some to an event called new message, and on that uh, on that callback, I'm getting the data. It will be my new message, and I will get the data back. Okay. So I'll just prepare the front end as well. So for front end, I'll be using socket.io client. There's something called socket.io client. Yeah, there's the client API, and you can actually use the socket.io in the front end as well. So for that, yeah, this one, okay, the IO from the socket.io. So I will just first of all, I don't have the npm package, so I'll just install that in the npm I socket.io client. Yes, yeah, this is only, yeah, socket.io client. So this for the client side. So it installed, and what I will just do, I will just simply copy paste this. That's it. Just paste this. Now my socket.io is there, and what I will do is const socket 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 equal to io, and I have to give the. So if you see, it is actually telling you that okay, you have to give the URL. I mean, which backend will be connected to this URL. Okay, so I'll just give him the my backend API. Local host. I guess it is, yeah, it yeah. I think it is. Is it right? Let me just check it. Think I'm confused on the, yeah, this, yeah, it is this URL only. So yeah, localhost, this one is connected. So now, yeah, I just input, create an input tag. Place message, spelling is wrong. Yeah, new message, enter new message, and I'll just create a state, simple state. So you state message, and then it will be a string. Now, yeah, e event, and then set message, e dot target dot value. Yeah, so now I'll just create a button as well, so that on click handle send message, and message spelling again wrong. Anyways, no issues. Send. So now I have to write a function for this, and set send. It will not take anything. It will, what it will just do is it will, so it is listening, right? So this one is my server is listening. So what I have to do is I have to just emit, right? So socket.emit, and my event, because this event should be right. I think the spelling is yeah, spelling is right. Socket.emit, and I will send the message. That's it. send the message, and what I will do is just do a use effect so that uh yeah, I'll just for now I don't think I have to do this. Let's see if thing is working or not. Oh, yeah, this one. Let's see. Let me just start my front end. npm dev. Mm, mm, mm. Please. Okay. Is there any issues? Yeah, thought of. Yeah, so this one is the origin issue that I was telling. So the course, either you can use course or either you can just. So let me pull out the documentation. You will face this issue in the back. Yeah, in the backend. So in the documentation, if you see, yeah, it will give you some extra information that what you have to do. Mm, I think it was here itself. When was it? Mm, mm, mm. I met. There was a. No, I found this here, but okay. Anyways, so here actually you can define the course here, and you can just give it like what are the informations like what was that course, and then wait, let me see. This one is like origin. It provides you origin, and for now I won't give the localhost API. I will just to make it universal that everyone can use it. Okay, so now I think my error will be gone here. Yeah, my error is gone. So let's say I want to just yeah console the data. I will just pull out my yeah user is connected now. My as soon as I have connected to the client, my user is connected, right? So why it is coming? Because my server has started and my new user is connected, right? Because I have run my front end here, isn't it? So now let's say let's just test it. Hey, so now if you see my message is there, isn't it? So let me just pull out the network tab as well. So in the network tab, you would see in the WS sector, you will see all the WebSocket connection there. Okay. So now if we see the message, so you'd see that my message is there, isn't it? So green arrow, yeah. So you can see, let me just, so you'd see that I have declined. So green upward arrow is the client, and red downward arrow is the server that is actually responding me back. Okay. So for this 2 and 3 will be there because the thing is I mean socket.io actually provides you with this feature that it will actually checks that okay my server is connected to my I mean, and or not. Even if you don't do anything, but server will be running. It will again and again check that, okay, I mean, it will automatically check that, okay, if my server is connected to my client or not. So you would say my 3.2.3.2, I have not done anything with this 3.2.3.2 or anything, 3 probe or 2 probe. Okay. But the thing is, this is what we have. It is the new message that has the event that I was telling that there's the event and there's the message. Actually, we are sending the message, and from the client, it is the upward arrow means the client is sending to the server. Okay, so let's see. Let's say I want the maybe user dot emit, and this will be the same. Let me just see the spelling. Yeah. So message, and what I will do is I'll just take it. So now what I'm doing is my server is getting the data. In means the line number 15 is getting the data. What I'm doing is I am just sending the data back again to the user. that so in this case I am the only user that, but you can also do whatever you want in the other issues. Okay, so for now the user is me myself, but you can also create something else. But so new messages, that as soon as I get the data from the front end, from the client, what I'm doing is I'm just emitting the event again with the data back. Okay, so now I will get the data here, right? In the front end I will get the data, so I can just simply do a use effect here. And what I will do is I will just socket socket dot on. Okay, because so now I am sending the data from the backend. Now my front end has to recognize this. Okay, I'm sending something. So this will be the new message. Hope my spelling is right. Yeah. So on, so on, it will get some data, right? It will get some data, and what I will do is I'll just log this. That's it. Okay. So, and I want to run it in every render. I mean, continuously. So now what it will do? Let's see if it is working or not. Waiting for the host. Let me just zoom out this thing, and let me just check the console. So if I am typing ASFD or anything, so you'd see I'm getting the data back. So now what happening is I'm sending the message to the server. Server is actually emitting that. Now my client is listening to my event, right? So now if I see the network tab and WS, there's the latest. So you'd see that if you see now, the green upward arrow is the message that I have sent from the client. Now my server is responding back to the same message because I have sent the same message, right? So let's say I just don't want to I just want my server to respond like, hey, I am sending data to front end. Okay, so let's say if it's working, or just, so let's say as a we send. So now if you see the latest connection, it is saying that, hey, I am sending you the data back, right? And it is the downward red arrow wave, means the server is actually responding back me back, right? And this is the upward arrow, and that I am sending that, hey, so can you just give me the data back, or maybe the response back. So you'd see automatically the server is also returning that, okay, the server is actually responding back, right? So I've not done anything. The server is actually first giving me. And you could say one thing is that every connection, the first connection will be a green upward arrow, because every connection will start from the client itself. It's not like server will automatically start the connection from the scratch. No, it won't happen. So you have to start the handshake at first. So now what you can do, I'm getting the objects right, so I can just simply store it maybe in mm, all data, and then I'll just make it an array, and make it an array. And on use effect, what I will do is I'll just spread this. That's it. Set all data, and then what I'll do, I'll just spread all data, and then give the data. No, yeah, give the data back. Okay. So now I will get in the form of data. I will just log my all data. Okay. So now let's see if it's working or not. I will just A, B, C, D. I will do a send again. I will just do a GH or FG. I will do a send again. I will just do it. So I have typed 3 messages now. Let's see if we're getting the console. Yeah, I'm getting the console, right? So this is the array, and we are getting. Okay. I'm sending it through, and because from the server, I'm not sending it this. We'll just give it data for now. And let me just give it. let me just clear this as well. Set message to an empty string so that my input box becomes empty. So if I set this one, I have sent something. Now again, this one, why it is not working? So I've typed three messages. So now I will get three messages, right, in the form of array. Now you can do whatever you want. You can map through it and then make a chat application as such. So let me just do that as well. Will be fun. Let's say what I have, set all data, right? Set all data dot map. Yeah. It is showing like this. EL. So return p tag and then el dot. What was that? I guess it was el dot message. I guess dot message. I think it is el dot message. It's not a function. Why? Okay, 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 yeah. So if it's there, then just map it. I think it will solve the issue. Okay, it is not solving the issue. In the first render, I think it was. Okay, okay. Oh, shit. I'm mapping to a function. Yeah, this one. I was mapping to a function. So, yeah, I think it will work. So let's say DSLP. Yeah, I'm getting the message, right? So let's say I have opened a new window. This is my first window, and then let's say I have just opened another window. Like, can I pull out something? I think I can pull out something. Yeah, I can pull out something. So I have this thing. I'll just run two messages. So this one, uh, ASFT is not coming here. 5173. Wait, let me. So there was a issue. What I was doing was that, so let's say, you are emitting the data to that particular user. Like you are listening, the user is listening to that, and you are basically emitting to that particular user only, right? But if you see in the group chat, because we are making a group chat, so here the IO is the main thing, right? The IO is the whole server that is. So every user, I mean, the whole group chat is like an IO, isn't it? And I want to emit the message to the whole IO, not the particular user. That's why this issue was coming, that if you are actually giving something, it is just going to that particular user only, because this is an one user, that this is another user, isn't it? These two are the different users. So in case of that, you have to do io.emit, not other, rather than socket, I mean the user.emit, isn't it? So now if you see, uh now if I refresh, so you'd see that there's also getting my message, right? So there's, and let's say these two are the different users in the same group chat. So if say he types something, then it will come here as well, because the whole IO is like emitting the event, isn't it? So if I click is, so yeah, that's the whole idea about how the socket.io works. So yeah,